Good morning, YouTube. Okay, so we are trying to get all this finished up so that we can get the top roof put on and the tin on. So we are finishing up on the rafter tails. We got Tapcons going in. We broke a tip off of a bit last week, so we had to get another bit for our rotary hammer, and so Dan's trying to finish up those. At the same time, Dylan and I are trying to get the cut pieces in. So the idea is we're going to put all the cut pieces in now and then come back and lay full sheets right next to them so that we're not trying to notch and get back in there. So that's the idea. We got our workbench up here, which is just the wall, and trying to get everything cut. That's what we're doing today. So Dan's noisy, so it's probably not gonna be worth watching too much of it, so I'll just give an update here periodically. Alrighty, all right, well, it's been a couple hours and it's coming along pretty decent. So we got this little chop station up here where we're cutting the foam, and then here's what it looks like when we're putting it in. And we'll come back and put spray foam in there, but we're spray foaming underneath too, and I want to make sure I had enough spray foam for all that before I get on top when I can do any time. We're putting 3 screws in it per panel, and I think that's going to hold super good enough, because that 25-pound foam is stiff enough. Whoa, sunlight in your eyes, sorry about that. The 25-pound foam is stiff enough that one out here in the middle will work, will hold it right here. And then we're also going to have spray foam on both edges that's going to hold it down. And then when we put our other foam, it'll run this way. Can you see my hand? Yep, there it is. The other foam will run this way, butting up against there, and then it'll have 2x4s. So the idea is, see how that flushes out just perfect? That's the whole idea, except it will be like that. Right, and that'll run the whole length 8-inch screw down into the I-joist down below, and then this becomes our screw plane for the 5/8 decking. Then the deck will screw into that, and yeah, there we go. So Dylan's doing most of that while I cut, and Dan is Tapconning all of the rafter tails in. So it should be what's the phrase? It's not going anywhere when we get done. So okay, I guess that's about it. Dan's making enough noise that I can't even really leave it on unless we just do a montage. We might do that. This is the narrow one, right? Yep.
important job today. I won't go into great detail. But it's something to do with blowing and holes. That's all. We're gonna go to Dustin now. Get ready for learning with Dustin. Keep it brief, boy.
Keep it brief. You know that's not gonna happen. Okay. Well, it was a successful weekend, I think. We had these little bugs that just showed up today.
They don't care about the bugs.
I do. They're neat. They might be a wasp, they might be a flying ant. They're definitely not a termite, but they're little tiny guys. Here, let's see if we can get a picture of one. So they're 3-bodied, so I'm pretty sure they're not a termite. But man, they just showed up everywhere. Kind of look like a little bitty wasp. Anyway, if anybody knows what those are, whoa, hang on. If anybody knows what those are, let me know. Okay, so let's see what we got. We have all of our foam on this section of the house done for the cuts. Well, I say all. Oh, come on, gimbal. Where are you going? Okay, so we got little pieces like the corner that we need to do. And like right in here that are, you know, not the standard size. Most of these are fairly standard size, 22.5 to go in between, give or take, where we'd actually hit on the I-joist. Oh, yeah, that's the problem. Battery's dead. Okay, so we got a couple of those little pieces to fill in, but we were gonna wait and see what we had left over to get some of that done. But this is the garage. It's all done. That's the master bedroom going on over into the kitchen and hallway. So all of that's done. Now we're ready to put our big 4x8 sheets in when they get here in a couple of weeks. And I'm hoping that goes, you know, fairly quickly. It'll still take us, you know, multiple days to get it done. We still got to do all of this up here. We're started up here, but we don't have all of it done, and we're out of foam. So we still got some cuts to do up here and my office to do. So there we go. It's coming along. That's it. We are not doing over the porch because there's no reason to insulate over the porch So that's it. Bye.